Built in the early 1950s, this nostalgia dragster is built on a 1936 Ford truck frame. She has 1929 Model A front axle, because originally it would have had the truck frame would have had parallel leaf springs. So by adding the transverse mounted leaf spring, they were able to move the axle forward, increasing the wheelbase. I'm not sure what these friction shocks are for. They certainly didn't do much. Do you know what they came off of? I'm not sure. Has a moon tank. I put that on there myself. It had a lawnmower gas tank and it was all rusted out, so I put the moon tank on there. Looks good. It is proper for the era. They would have ran those on aircraft. And then we got a Buick nailhead engine. It had originally had this 6-pack on it. Caught fire late 50s. That's when the car was retired, as far as we can tell. The motor was full of water, so I swapped out the original tiny cubic inch nailhead for this 400 horse 401. The headers were rusted off from the motor sitting with water in it, so I had to rebuild the headers. We rebuilt the headers just like they were before. Zoomies. Solid motor mount. Goes from the fuel tank to the fuel pump and to the carburetor currently, but before it went from the fuel pump back to the firewall, and it's got 2 splitters on the firewall to split the fuel line to the 6-pack carbs, and then right between them they put the coil. It's probably no wonder that the thing caught fire. It's the old live and learn. Now this is a 36 coupe body, what they call a business coupe. Of course, it's been chopped and channeled and narrowed, and the whole coupe back section has been cut off right in this area here. You can see where they cut the coupe off, and they just wrapped a piece of sheet metal around the back of it, and that's the rear section. It's got an original set of pie crust slicks. They're a matching pair, but they're actually 2 different brands because they just built them on retread whatever they had. Really is a cool little car. It carries so much history. It's got a actual bomber seat in there for the seat, and the brake handle is a bomb drop lever. Originally we had one of those big giant parachutes on the back. They're like 2x2. I'm still looking for one of those. The other pie crust. And there's a little view here of the engine. That's the original location for the battery. 2 of the mounts were rusted off, so I did build 2 new mounts for it. And then I put a key on the front here so I can reach it from my wheelchair and start it up. I'm not currently starting it because this motor that I got, which was supposed to run good, well, yeah, it does run good, but also knocks like heck. So I'm looking for another nail head. I really don't want to take the time to rebuild this one, because most of the time when you take these nail heads apart, their blocks are cracked or webbing is cracked. So if you can get one that works, leave it together. Got some lightning holes in there, except for not quite sure what they were attempting to accomplish, because the thing is heavy. It's got the little Saginaw 3-speed, or not Saginaw, excuse me, LaSalle 3-speed transmission that everybody wants. But it's got 1 shifter rod that goes from 2nd to 3rd gear, and no access to 1st or reverse. So they do the burnout and push it back, and then take off in 2nd gear and shift to 3rd, 1 shift. It's got a Ford tractor steering box, which I was also told was on the real big Ford trucks. All solid motor mounts and stuff. Inside you can see the bomber seat, the little pull handle. The steering wheel is cut so you can get your big ass in there. Nothing fancy. It's too bad that the building that it was in fell down. because it's been cool to see it all nicely saved. But I like it just the way it is. We'll get a little bit further view of it here, back from the back. Has a 50 Ford coupe rear end. It's one of the early pig type rear ends with a gear carrier comes in and out of the housing. As you see, the back window is chopped severely. They would have crawled in and out of the roof just like today's competition coupes. I think it's a pretty cool car. It's got a tow bar on it. Talking to Garlitz, he said they quit putting the tow bars on the dragsters in 55. The tow bar on this thing is made from a 32 Ford set of wishbones. So they built things out of what they could. These are original tires that were on it when I got it. They've probably been on there since the 60s or 50s. And this one had a big hole on the back side of it. And you can stick your hand through it. Sam's Tire in Bristol patched up the rubber on the inside and put a tube inside of it for me because it just needed to hold air. I didn't get them driven on again. Even though I do have the motor where it will start, my intentions are to have it where it can be crackled and start up for kids, let them hear it run. I probably won't leave it right on the trailer. I'm going to old-fashioned up the mounts a little bit, put some chains on there and get rid of these straps. I got a set of 55 Chevy pickup step-side fenders that I'm going to put on this trailer for fenders. That'll give it a real nostalgia look. And of course, not far away from me at any given time is always Griffin the Wonder Dog. Hi Griffin. What you doing, brother? What? No. Those kids are coming. It's class night. Is it class night tonight? Are those kids coming to class? Yeah? You gonna go find them? Alright. Alright. Kevin Masters, Hot Rod School. Thanks for looking. Early 50s competition coupe dragster. Retired in probably 57 or 58. Put in a building, the building fell in on it. I come across it and I saved it. So thanks for looking.